Doctor, do you have an opinion with a reasonable degree of medical probability whether the defendant departed from good and accepted medical care? Would you like to learn when this phrase is used in a medical malpractice case in New York? Come join me, I'll tell you. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. That's a phrase that doctors are asked when they are asked to give their opinions. In other words, what conclusions have they reached as a result of the medical records and testimony that they have reviewed in this particular case? At the end of their review, we are required to ask them specifically, and in the phrase that I've just described, Doctor, do you have an opinion with a reasonable degree of medical probability about whether, and now we ask them what their conclusion or opinions are. Now, why is that significant? The phrase reasonable degree of medical probability is a legal phrase that is required because the doctor cannot tell. In fact, witnesses and experts are unable to tell with 100% certainty. And in fact, an expert does not have to testify with 100% certainty. So the phrase reasonable degree of medical probability recognizes that there is no absolute 100% standard in medicine or anything else in life. But the doctor is permitted to testify about the conclusions he or she has reached as a result of reading and reviewing all the medical records as well as all the deposition testimony and the trial transcripts. The doctor who's coming in to testify on behalf of either the injured victim or on behalf of the hospital has a definite opinion. And you know by who's calling that particular expert which way that opinion is going to go. And now each attorney has an opportunity to cross-examine that particular witness. But the key question is, Doctor, do you have an opinion with a reasonable degree of medical probability as to whether or not Dr. Jones departed from good and accepted care, whether they were negligent or careless? And the answer is yes. Well, doctor, can you explain to us why that's the case? And now the doctor will go ahead and explain to the jury his reasoning behind why he reached those particular conclusions. So why is this important for you, and why do I even begin to tell you about this? Well, chances are you're watching this, you probably have questions and concerns about your particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York, what I encourage you to do, if you have legal questions, pick up the phone and call me. I answer legal questions like yours every single day. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at lawmed10@yahoo.com. I'm Gerry Oginski here in New York. Thanks for watching.